Hi viewers, welcome to Shaker's Bio Factory for NEET. If you like this video, subscribe my channel and click on bell icon to get notification. In this video, I am going to explain one of the topic in photosynthesis in higher plants. It is chloroplast and photosynthetic pigments along with absorption spectrum and action spectrum. Photosynthesis is a process. It is carried out by green leaves present in the structure of plant body. Along with leaves, various other green parts like stem also have a capability to perform photosynthesis. In the structure of a leaf, the specialized tissue it is called mesophyll, and this mesophyll is the main and active site for photosynthesis due to consist of more number of chloroplast. And in the structure of each chloroplast, it consists of a specialized light absorbing green colored pigments are called chlorophyll pigments. These chlorophyll pigments are responsible for absorption of light energy in photosynthesis. In the structure of chloroplast, in leaves, large number of chloroplasts are aligned or present along with walls of mesophyll cells to get optimum or maximum quantity of incident light energy for photosynthesis. And chloroplast is a double membrane bounded cell organelle and consists of outer membrane and inner membrane, and there is the small space in between outer and inner membrane is called periplastidial space, and this chloroplast is useful to perform photosynthesis in eukaryotes. The inner portion of chloroplast it is called stroma, and this stroma it consists of various photosynthetic enzymes to perform the photosynthetic reactions. And the fluid compartment which is present around thylakoid also considered as stroma in chloroplast structure. And inside of this chloroplast there are many membrane bounded coin like structures present in the form of group. It is called granum, and each membrane bounded coin like structure it is called thylakoid. And in this thylakoid, the membrane present around thylakoid it consists of photosynthetic pigments in the form of photosystem, and these are useful for the absorption of light energy in photosynthesis. And the group of thylakoids or stock of thylakoids present in chloroplast are called granum, and these adjacent grana are interconnected with unstalked membrane. It is called stroma lamellae. And in the structure of chloroplast, there is a clear-cut division of labor because the membrane system present in thylakoid it is responsible for trapping of light energy, and this trapped light energy it is utilized for the synthesis of chemical energy like ATP and NADPH. It is considered as light reaction, so that the membrane system of thylakoid it is responsible to perform light reaction of photosynthesis. And the inner portion of chloroplast it is called stroma with various photosynthetic enzymes, and after completion of light reaction by utilizing ATP and NADPH, the carbon dioxide is incorporated in plants that leads to the formation or synthesis of carbohydrates or sugars in photosynthesis. That means the stroma is responsible to perform dark reaction of photosynthesis. In this, the former set of reactions which are occur directly by the involvement of light energy are called light reactions, and some of the reaction of photosynthesis which do not depends on light energy but these are dependent on products of light reaction like ATP and NADPH are called dark reaction. So light reactions are carried out by membrane system of thylakoid. Dark reactions are carried out by stroma of chloroplast. And photosynthetic pigments. The pigments are substances that have a nature and ability to absorb light energy at a different and specific wavelength. And a chromatography is a technique useful for the separation of leaf pigments, shows that the color of leaf due to four pigments. And the leaf pigments of a green plant are separated with the help of a technique. It is called paper chromatography. And after this paper chromatography, different colors are formed in paper chromatography. Depending upon its color, we can identify different pigments. In this chromatography, the color which having bright or blue-green color, it is identified as chlorophyll A. And the color with yellow-green, it is identified as chlorophyll B. And the yellow color pigment, it is identified as xanthophylls. And yellow to yellow-orange color, it is identified as carotenoid pigments. In this way, with paper chromatography, depending upon its color, the four type of pigments are identified. Out of these four pigments, chlorophyll A is the primary photosynthetic pigment. In the structure of each chlorophyll molecule, so each chlorophyll molecule, it have tadpole-like structure, like with a porphyrin head and phytol tail part. So porphyrin head. So all chlorophyll pigments have a complex ring structure chemically. It is related to porphyrin-like group. And such type of porphyrin group is also found in various other molecules like hemoglobin and cytochrome structures. So it is a main site for electron rearrangement when the chlorophyll pigment, after absorbing light energy, it get excited state, and in this excited state, electron will be released from chlorophyll molecule in light reaction. So a cyclic tetrafyrfluoric structure, it consists of one central atom. It is non-ionic magnesium atom. So with the help of this non-ionic magnesium atom, four porphyryl structures are attached that can becomes into head, so that for the formation of chlorophyll pigment, magnesium is essential element. Along with the porphyrin head, it consists of a long tail is called phytol tail. So a long hydrocarbon tail is almost always attached to ring structure of head, and this phytol tail anchors the chlorophyll to hydrophobic portion of thylakoid, and depending upon its structure, different type of chlorophyll pigments are present in leaf like chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, chlorophyll C, chlorophyll D, and chlorophyll E, along with bacterial chlorophyll A and B, etc. By taking a simple example, in the structure of chlorophyll A, it consists of CH3 methyl group, but instead of methyl group, if a CHO group is there, that is called chlorophyll B molecule. In this way, with a slight difference, different chlorophyll molecules are formed and present in leaf with a slight difference. So all pigments present in leaf except chlorophyll A, like chlorophyll B, carotenoids, xanthophylls, these three pigments are called accessory pigments. So absorption spectrum of chlorophyll pigments. So a graph, it having a curve showing the amount of light energy of different wavelength of light absorbed by substances or pigments is called absorption spectrum. So this graph is constructed by taking a wavelength on x-axis, the absorbance of light by chloroplast pigments on y-axis. So it is a graph. It's showing absorption spectrum of chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, and carotenoids. In this graph, the chlorophyll A shown with blue color. So this chlorophyll A have a nature to absorb maximum sunlight, and chlorophyll B, it is represented with green color, and this chlorophyll B pigment absorbs very less amount of light energy compared to chlorophyll A. And carotenoid pigments are denoted with orange color, and this pigment can absorb very less amount of light energy. And there is a maximum absorption carried out by chlorophyll A pigments, and it is shown at a blue and red color portion with a high rate of photosynthesis. So with this absorption spectrum, we can understand the amount of light energy absorbed by different pigments at different wavelength. And the second one is action spectrum. So action spectrum is a graphical curve. It's showing the relative rate of photosynthesis at a different wavelength of light is called action spectrum. In this action spectrum, on x-axis, the wavelength of light is taken, and on y-axis, rate of photosynthesis, it can be measured during releasing of O2 in photosynthesis. Whenever more oxygen is released in photosynthesis, that indicates more photosynthesis rate, so that by calculating the amount of released oxygen, this action spectrum is constructed. So it is a graph showing action spectrum of photosynthesis, and the graph shows most of the photosynthesis take place in the presence of blue color light and in the presence of red region of spectrum. So finally, with this graph, we can understand that which pigment can absorb more light energy. For example, it is a curve showing absorption rate of light energy by chlorophyll A pigment. So whenever chlorophyll A pigment absorbs more light energy in a action spectrum, so at this same wavelength, more photosynthesis rate is occur and more oxygen is released. And by comparing these two curves, we can understand that chlorophyll A is the main pigment for the absorption of light energy. Whenever chlorophyll A pigment absorbs more light energy, more photosynthesis rate take place. And this graph, it shows action spectrum of photosynthesis and submerged on absorption spectrum of chlorophyll A pigment. So some of the photosynthesis rate, the rate not occur at a specific places other than this wavelength in visible spectrum. So compared to this graph, after 400 nanometers, more photosynthesis rate take place, and before 700 nanometer, more photosynthesis rate take place. Other than this, the photosynthesis rate is very less. And based on the absorption spectrum and action spectrum, we can understand that chlorophyll A is the major pigment. It is responsible for trapping of light energy. So during this photosynthesis, what is the role of other pigments? For example, chlorophyll B, xanthophylls, and carotenoids. These pigments have a specific role, and these pigments are called as auxiliary pigments because in the structure of photosystem, chlorophyll B, carotenoid, and xanthophyll, they becomes into antenna pigments to absorb light energy directly. And this absorbed light energy, then it is transferred to reaction center with the chlorophyll A molecule, because when the light energy it is absorbed by chlorophyll A pigment, the chlorophyll A pigment may damage, so that the light energy first it is absorbed by xanthophyle, carotenoid, and chlorophyll B pigments, then only this absorbed energy is supplied to chlorophyll A molecule in light reaction. So because of this reason, the chlorophyll B, carotenoid, and xanthophylls are called auxiliary pigments. First, the auxiliary pigments absorb light energy, and this light energy is transferred to chlorophyll A molecule and protect the chlorophyll A molecule from photooxidation process. That's why these three pigments are called accessory pigments. Thanks for watching.